Hey everyone, welcome back. So today is Wednesday, and Bitcoin is still kind of going flat, going down a little bit some more. I didn't take a look to see what's going on in the markets, but I know the miners were down for the most part. Marathon was down big, like I said, was probably going to be down based on yesterday's news that we covered on basically being at 600 petahash. But we do have some other stories on CoinFlex, on Three Arrows Capital, obviously defaulting, basically liquidating. So we'll take a look at that really quick, and we'll also take a look at Hive, which has just released a press release that they're postponing their Q1 or Q2, whatever they call it, the end of March 31st. Quarterly report, or the end of the year, I think they have it. So that's being delayed. We'll take a look at that. We'll look at the miners, we'll look at Bitcoin, see what's going on, and we'll call it a day. So, as always, not financial advice. Do your own research as always. I'm investing in fine coins and companies for full disclosure. And let's take a look at Bitcoin here really quick. So Bitcoin's at 20,117. I said yesterday that it looks still bearish, and that still is the case here. We're still looking pretty bearish on it. I'm not seeing any reversal in the trend as far as RSI being flat, price going up. We're still seeing RSI going up, price being flat, or the opposite here. We can see it here, a couple of places where it's going down. You can probably find something along here as well where RSI was flat along here, but the price has obviously come down. So we're keeping an eye on it. We're going to see how this continues on, whether we're going to be falling even further or not. We do have that obviously imaginary number here that we want to take a look at. It is at the old 19,600, 19,700 or so, the green line down here, which was our previous high. Obviously we did dip below it here for couple of hours or maybe a day or two, and then we bounced off of it, and this was when we had that huge sell-off happen where we ended up at 17,000 or so. So we want to keep an eye on that. We want to make sure we stay above it. Right now I am still looking to stay above this line, which is the 19,000. That's the old line, 19,500. Prior resistance was at 24,000. Let me see, what else do we have here on the line. This was on the daily. Let's go to the 4 hours. Let me see here. We had 28,000. Yeah, we had that line at 23,800. We've obviously went below it. So it looks like our support might be that previous all-time high, which was 19,700 or so. So we'll have to keep an eye on it, see how Bitcoin does going forward. But right now it's just not looking too good on the chart, at least on the 1 hour chart. Daily, same thing. Obviously we have come back down a little bit on here on the RSI, but we're still not out of the woods, I don't think. On the weekly, we can see here that we have been red this week. We had one green week last week. We've been red on it. And then for the month, obviously, we've had 3 full months where we've been in red. And it looks like this month is going to end up the same way. So not a good trend, obviously. But maybe we've reached the bottom. Who knows? Only time will tell us if that's the case or not. So we'll just keep an eye on it going forward and see where we end up at and see if we have any trend reversals on the 1 hour. Ethereum, same thing, basically following suit with Bitcoin. It is at 1,098 right now. It has been coming down as well. We can see here that the RSI has been kind of bouncing below the oversold and popping back up to about 35. And during that time frame, you can see that the price has obviously been coming down here the whole way. So still bearish short term. We'll see how it goes long term going forward. All right, let's take a look at the miners here. So Annie was actually down 6.84% today to 57, up a little bit in the after hours to 58 cents. Argo was down 5.49% to 43 cents. BitDigital was down 2.7% to $1.44, down a little bit more in the after hours to $1.43. Bitfarms was down 6.3% to $1.19. CleanSpark was down 4.04% to $4.04. That kind of matches right there. And up a little bit in the after hours to $4.06. Cores was down 9.68% to $1.54, up a little bit in the after hours to $1.56. DigiHost was down 2.59% to $1.13. Hive was down 1.58% to $3.11, up a little bit in the after hours to $3.12. Hut 8 was down another 3.4% to $1.42, down some more in the after hours to $1.40. Iris Energy was actually up 3.23% today to $3.20. Luxfolio was up. Wow, Luxfolio was up 33.73% today to 13 cents. Somebody's buying. Marathon was down 9.8%. I said yesterday more than likely it was going to fall today based on the news that came out that the Hardin, Montana power plant was basically shut down for repairs after a storm that went through there. And once I saw that, I knew that Marathon was going to be going down. Regardless, I thought if even if Bitcoin went down or went up in price, I think Marathon was going to probably be going down. Moss Infrastructure was up to date 2.75% to $1.12. Riot was down 5.46% to $4.50, down a little bit more in the after hours to $4.48. And finally, Stronghold was down 10% to $1.62, up a little bit in the after hours to $1.72. So not a good day for the miners for the most part, except for Luxfolio. For some reason, Luxfolio did pretty well today. Let's see if there's any releases or news out there. I don't see anything. So we're getting, let's go to news here really quick. Investment pitch media, this was 610, so this is all old. There's nothing new. So somebody must have been buying at obviously this low price here. We did reach a 52-week low on it at 9 cents and then bounced off of it. So somebody's obviously buying on that one. And that was actually one that I was thinking about possibly putting $500 in, see where it goes. So we'll have to keep an eye and see where it continues going from here. All right, so let's take a look at the 3 stories that we got, and we'll call it a day. And the first story, obviously, is Hive blockchain delayed in completion of annual filings. So their annual filings is what they're delaying. Here's what they had to say. So Hive announces that it expects that its audited financial statements, CEO and CFO certifications, and management discussion and analysis, the annual filings for the year ended March 31st, 2022, will not be released as scheduled on June 29th, 2022. The company currently anticipates being able to file the annual filings on or before July 15th, 2022. This is unfortunately, we've seen this before from Hive, and a lot of it has to do with them being in multiple jurisdictions and being in Canada, being in Europe, having operations in those places as well. They've said that before, that obviously adds complexity to it, which I'll give them the benefit of the doubt on that one. I can see how that could be a problem, but still, they had plenty of time to do it. And this time around, they're saying the company has been late in the preparation of the annual filings due to a combination of factors, including the challenge of meeting the shorter filing deadline for non-venture issuer due to the company's recent listing on the NASDAQ, and 2, the rapid increase of the company's growth and the accompanying increase in the number of transactions. The company does not anticipate such difficulties with future filings and has made arrangements to satisfy the shorter filing periods for future year ends, including hiring additional finance staff, which is all good and dandy. But we have been waiting on it. The last time we got info was back in the end of 2021 on their December 31st report, which was published a couple months later after that. But we did have that, so we're a little bit behind on the data for them. So we'll see. Hopefully they can get that done before the 15th of July, like they are saying here. But I wouldn't be surprised if they actually push it off a little bit more from that. They've done it in the past, so hopefully they prove me wrong on that one. Next, we have here is the basically liquidation of 3 Arrows Capital. So crypto hedge fund 3 Arrows Capital plunges into liquidation as market crash takes toll. So major currency hedge fund, the 3 Arrows Capital, has fallen into liquidation. A person with knowledge of the market told CNBC. Tenno restructuring has been brought on board in the last few days to deal with the liquidation process. So there's our next victim. We've obviously had Terra Luna and their stablecoin. Now we have this. We've also got some other ones that are hurting as well. We know that BlockFi got some more capital. We got some other ones as well that are being hurt by this. What's the other one? I'm drawing a blank right now. Voyager Digital as well. There's another one that was hurt by this as well, I believe. And then we also have a story here. I'm not going to get into the whole thing because they just go over the same things that we've already talked about. But it was down, where does it say? Here we go. So also CoinFlex now. So we got lending from Celsius, crypto exchange, and CoinFlex were forced to pause withdrawals for customers, both citing extreme market conditions. CoinFlex, however, had another issue with a customer that failed to repay $47 million in debt, creating a liquidity problem for the company. And they actually provided who that customer was. So this is the one that we want to kind of get into here a little bit. So a crypto exchange, CoinFlex, claims Bitcoin Jesus is the investor behind the $47 million debt. So digital asset exchange, CoinFlex is locked in a public battle with longtime cryptocurrency investor Roger Ver over a $47 million debt, reflecting the latest saga to unfold amid the market crash. CoinFlex previously said an unnamed investor failed to meet a margin call, but CEO Mark Lamb revealed the person was Ver. However, Ver denies that it is him and claims that CoinFlex in fact owes him money allegations that Lamb denied. So you got he said, she said, that he owes me, she owes me, he owes me, whatever, they owe me. So it's a back and forth. So eventually over time we are going to find out who owes who, what. And this is a picture obviously of Roger Ver, Chief Executive Officer of Bitcoin.com. So obviously Bitcoin.com, we obviously have stories from them every once in a while, I believe, that we also talk about on here. So interesting to see that he might be the one that was basically short $47 million. So we'll go over this really quick. Here's the digital asset exchange. CoinFlex is locked, obviously, in the battle. Here is their tweets. So Mark Lamb, obviously, is from CoinFlex. So here's what he tweeted on June 28th, which was yesterday. Roger Ver owes CoinFlex 47 million USDC. We have a written contract with him obligating him to personally guarantee any negative equity on his CoinFlex account and to top up margin regularly. He has been in default of this agreement, and we have serviced a notice of default. He continued on saying, Mark Lamb, he had a long track record of previously topping up margin and meeting margin requirements in accordance with his agreement. We have been speaking to him on calls frequently about the situation with the aim of resolving it. We still would like to resolve it. So there's that. And then here's Roger Ver's tweet. So recently some rumors have been spreading that I have defaulted on debt to a counterparty. These rumors are false. Not only do I not have any debts to the counterparty, but this counterparty owes me a substantial sum of money, and I'm currently seeking the return of my funds. So back and forth. He owes me money, they owe me money. Let me see here. Mark then replied, he is denying that debt pertains to him, and so we felt the need to clarify to the public that yes, the debt is 100% related to his account. Roger Ver, a citizen of the European Union, who we believe has significant assets in the US, UK, and other relevant jurisdictions. CoinFlex has also categorically denies that we have any debt owing to him. His statement is blatantly false. It is unfortunate that Roger Ver needs to resort to such tactics in order to deflect from his liabilities and responsibilities. And there was something else that was kind of interesting here. Let's see, was it down here? Let's see here. Saga on Monday announced plans to issue new coins. Nope. There was something else here. Maybe it was before it, behind that. So it looks like, where was it? I saw it here. In return to the investor's pledge. Okay, here it goes. So this part is interesting to me. On Tuesday, CoinFlex CEO Mark Lamb named Roger Ver, who earned the nickname Bitcoin Jesus for his evangelical views early on in the industry, as the investor who failed to pay 47 million of stable USDC as part of the margin call. USDC is a stablecoin pegged 1-to-1 with the US dollar. A margin call is a situation in which an investor has to commit more funds to avoid losses on a trade made with borrowed cash. CoinFlex paused withdrawals for customers last week. Lamb revealed on Monday that an individual investor account went into negative equity. The company would typically automatically liquidate the investor's position, but this particular investor had an agreement with CoinFlex that did not allow this to happen. This is the big one here. Why in the Sam heck would you allow that to be the case, regardless of who the person is? Especially with Bitcoin and lending and all this stuff, I would think that, there's certain rules, and there's reasons why you have certain rules, is that if markets drop, you need to be obviously held accountable for it. You need to put in more money to not go into margin call. They didn't do this here, and this is why they're obviously in trouble now. So in return, the investor had pledged stringent personal guarantees around account equity and margin calls in exchange for not being liquidated, CoinFlex said. So stringent personal guarantees. I can give you a personal guarantee, but if I don't have the money to cover it, what are you going to get out of me? So, they kind of brought this on themselves a little bit, especially dealing with Bitcoin, which can be very volatile. You really don't want to do that. So that is it. Obviously, another one that's having issues. They are also issuing their own coin now, trying to get some money here. They go into it here. On Monday, here it is. So on Monday, CoinFlex announced plans to issue a new coin called Recovery Value USD, or RVUSD, in order to raise the 47 million shortfall. The company is offering 20% interest on the coin to entice investors. So they're scrambling basically to try and get out of it. So We're seeing the dominoes fall here one by one a little bit. We'll see how this all plays out. Also with Roger Ver on it, like I keep saying, well, I haven't said this enough, I don't think. Get your coins off exchanges, get your coins off of DeFi platforms, unless you know for certain you're not going to lose your coins. We're obviously seeing a lot of problems right now, and probably should have said this a long time ago or earlier on. And I'm talking about it now. But when I looked at the lending programs and the staking and all that stuff, I never got into it. I don't know, for some reason it was just a little too good to be true, and it actually played out that way. So if it's too good to be true, take it with a grain of salt, and then only invest what you're willing to lose, obviously, and those types of things. So that's just it. I just wanted to go over it. There's not much going on, obviously, except for we're having this domino effect, contagion going on with, obviously, DeFi and everything else. Once this finally plays itself out, we obviously get the bad actors out of the space. Possibly then, and only then, will we possibly go back up. And we've seen this before. We've seen this with the ICOs back in 2018. Same type of deal, almost same type of deal. Those crashed, crumbled. We saw businesses go out of business. And we're seeing the same thing now. So obviously this is going to work its way through, but we just might be in a bear market for a year or something like that until things settle down and everybody's a little bit more comfortable investing again in cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. And maybe we do have some other things that come out of this, maybe better governance on some of these DeFi programs and making it a little bit more stringent for people to take loans out against it. So if you want to take out a loan, you have to have more coins or something like that. Or only give, if you got 100 million worth of coins, you can only take out 5 million worth of BTC or something like that. So that's it. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you next one. Bye.